Hello there, my purveyors of I'm back. And this time I'm returning with another Smash Bros. Related video. So it's been a long time since we've gotten any DLC characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And this would be the great time for me to pitch my idea for the next crossover for Smash Bros. What is that, you may ask? Well, I believe it should be Mortal Kombat! Yeah, just imagine if Mortal Kombat could finally join the Smash Bros. Series and you could have your Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat crossovers, or even MK versus Fatal Fury if you're that kind of guy. But you know what? We're here to talk about Mortal Kombat. So I have a lot of ideas of how I'd implement this series into Smash. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So let's start with the most important quality, and that is who would be joining Smash Bros. For Mortal Kombat. Let's just get it out of the way. I think we all know it's going to be Scorpion, but I would personally love to see Sub-Zero as well. So I'm going to make a case for both of them. So, whether we get Scorpion or Sub-Zero, I think it's important that all of the ninjas from Mortal Kombat 1 through 4 are represented. So it should obviously be the Scorpion outfit, the Sub-Zero outfit, Reptile outfit, Smoke outfit, Rain outfit, Ermac outfit, and Noob Saibot outfit. That would make for one killer costume set for Smash. But we want to talk about the meaty stuff. So now I'm going to talk about stuff like what stages should be in, the music, and of course, some potential movesets. And if you stick around, I also got a classic mode set up too. So, let's get to it. Regarding stages, I believe there's 3 different Mortal Kombat arenas that should be showcased. The standard one that should be there if you had no stage hazards or moving stage type stuff would be the pit. The pit is classic, everybody recognizes it, and it would make for such a good Smash level if optimized correctly. But it should also transition into Goro's Lair as well as Shang Tsung's Island. That would make for some great fighting backdrops. When it comes to what music should be chosen, I think it's pretty obvious. We need that classic Mortal Kombat theme to test your might. Mortal Kombat! Dun 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 dun. Oh, you get it. You get it. For the classic mode route, I would obviously have Scorpion face up against Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter, as well as Terry Bogard, and maybe, how about some Pokemon characters? And possibly Link and Ganondorf. In fact, you know what? Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda. Maybe even Sheik as well. Let's just have Scorpion go up against all the interesting characters from those series, but just into one. Like, you could have a ton of Pokemon characters in one battle. You could have a bunch of Zelda characters in one. Then have both the Street Fighter ones in another, as well as Terry Bogard in another. It sounds crazy, but obviously some of the other classic mode routes kind of nerf some of the characters so to make it easier, but then you could put more characters in the route. So I just basically want to see Scorpion go up against practically anyone, because I think this character definitely belongs in Smash. But now, let's get on to the main event. I'm going to come up with a moveset for Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So let's go. Let's start with Scorpion. So, your first attack, the A button, should just be the spammable punches from the old Mortal Kombat game. If you played Mortal Kombat 1 or 2 or any of the old arcade games, you would know that all the characters would spam punches like no tomorrow. That would be perfect for Smash since a lot of attacks kind of do that anyway. So that's an easy one. On to tilts. Your up tilt would be your standard uppercut that would lead into some nice combos. Your down tilt would be a tripping maneuver from the old Mortal Kombat games. And then the side tilt would be a sword slash that would knock back the enemies. On to smash attacks. Your up smash is basically going to be Ganondorf's up smash, but with less damage. The down smash is going to be the Hellfire maneuver, which basically burns anyone in a close proximity to him. And then your side smash will be the Hellfire Kick, which sees Scorpion do a backflip while on fire, hitting anyone to the side of him. And now on to special attacks. Your neutral special is Scorpion's Spear, the classic. You shoot out a spear with the B button, and then if you hit them, get over here. And then you bring them towards you. They're stunned for just a moment, so you can't charge a smash attack fully or anything, but you could do a follow-up attack. The spear wouldn't do too much damage, but the attack that you follow up with would be what would be the good option. Then your recovery, your up special, will be just a standard uppercut, but let's say your fist is on fire, so that if you hit anybody, they're put on fire. Then your down special is going to be a sliding kick, basically a nod to Sub-Zero. And then your side special is the teleport punch. If you connect with it in a certain way, let's say they're pretty close to you, you can hit one punch and then hit with another one if you time it right, maybe. It could be kind of like Incineroar's moves in a certain way. And lastly, we'll talk about aerials. I'm not going to go too much into this, but basically your side tilt could be basically kind of like Mario's, the jumping punch that kind of spikes people if they're off stage. The jumping kick should be an obvious one. Jumping back fist would be a good one, kind of like Ganondorf or Captain Falcon, obviously. And maybe an up tilt could be like a rising headbutt with flames. I mean, I'm not sure how that would work for up tilts, but if you play any of the Mortal Kombat games, you know that juggling people in midair is quite the good thing to do. So any way they could incorporate juggles into Smash Bros. Would be perfect. I think any Mortal Kombat character that gets added should be able to hit some pretty devastating combos if you can get them up in midair. I don't have all the knowledge in the world, but I just figured I'd come up with most of the special attacks and the smash attacks for the most part. You can kind of fill in the blanks for the rest of this. Let's go ahead and talk about Final Smash. Now, the Final Smash, I think, should start out pretty dark and gloomy, you know. The screen should go a bit black, and it should say, finish him, or her, depending on who you hit. Or heck, how about even finish them if you hit multiple people? Anyways, Scorpion would pull off his mask, revealing a skull. He'd use the Toasty Fatality, but it won't be too brutal. It won't, like, burn them to a crisp or anything, but it'll be the standard fire attack for Smash. They'll get devastated by doing a lot of percent, and then maybe it'll just knock them back, you know? But I think just seeing the Toasty Fatality in Smash Bros. Would just be so cool. Even if it's toned down, I would absolutely love to see it. Alright, for the final part of the video, I'm just going to do a brief brainstorming session if essentially it was Sub-Zero as the character instead of Scorpion. But I'm not going to go too in-depth in this one. I'm just going to kind of riff some ideas. So essentially with Sub-Zero, it'd be nice to see him use some freeze-based attacks because he's all about ice. He could use the standard Ice Ball. Ice Clone would make for a great counter attack that would freeze them instead of doing damage. That would be an interesting change of events, wouldn't it? Then for his side smash, you could have like a frozen axe and do like a Doria type of attack, kind of like Ganondorf. And then I'd like to see him shoot ice spikes at people like he does in the new Mortal Kombat 11 that is. The sliding attack would be amazing with him. We talked about that earlier with Scorpion, but with Sub-Zero it'd be even better. I'd like to see Sub-Zero throw people into an ice wall like Mortal Kombat 11. Honestly, with ice-based attacks, there's just so much you could come up with. And I'd love to see Sub-Zero in the game as well. If they chose a Mortal Kombat character, I know they'd probably choose Scorpion, but who wouldn't love to see Sub-Zero too? Imagine if they were both. Heck, maybe even if they were a tag team, that would be something. Fire and ice in Smash Bros. I'm not sure what a Final Smash could be, but there's all sorts of crazy maneuvers Sub-Zero can do with ice, so it could be as simple as freezing them and after doing some crazy damage, and then basically it would launch them, and maybe they'd have to break out of the ice, but if they're at high percent, they can't break out, and they'd basically fall off the stage. I'm not sure. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching the video. I know it's been a long time since I made one, and I appreciate you sticking with me despite my long hiatus, leave of absence, whatever you want to call it. I know everything hasn't been the best quality, and maybe I'm a bit rusty, but if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment anything you got to say, because I do read all of them, and I do appreciate all of them, so any feedback is appreciated. So anyway, I'll be back to making more videos soon enough. Thank you all for watching, and remember, I love you, my purveyors of war.